All right, you white motherfuckers, all eyes on me. This is the I Refuse podcast.
So, this next segment I'm going to call Where is Rebecca Haro's Baby?
Who?
So, about 4 or 5 days ago, this video pops up um, from a news interview of this woman who said that someone kidnapped her 7-month-old baby.
Oh, yes. I added to my. Oh, yes.
Her name is Rebecca Haro. And a funny little tidbit that I learned about Meta, in case anybody didn't know, that if you type in a person's name, right?
Well, give me the backstory first.
I'm gonna give a backstory because I'm a segue into it because when I seen the video, okay, all right, I'm backtrack a little bit. You're right. So in the video, there's this woman who sounds like she's crying,
But there are no tears.
but there are no tears. Um, and she says that she had to go to this store. It's kind of, I guess, like a sports store. I never heard the name of it before, so I didn't write it down. I'm not even gonna hold you. But she went to the store to get her stepson a mouthpiece because they were at a park for football practice. She said that when she got to the parking lot, she realized that the baby name is Emmanuel. Again, he's 7 months old. Needed a diaper change. She got out the car, gathered everything that she needed, went to the back of the car to change the baby. She said that someone tapped her on her shoulder and said, "Hola." When she turned around, she was knocked out. She, and I quote, because I'm going to say and I quote this for a reason. She fell to the floor and she saw white. When she came to, her baby was gone. She said she ran into the store to ask whether or not anybody seen the baby. They said no. So this baby is missing. For those who haven't seen the video, do you mind pulling it up, please? So when I break these things down, they can at least like see what I'm talking about, or at least like hear it.
Oh,
Do you want me to send it to you?
oh, you ain't gotta no, because
Okay.
I'm gonna go on YouTube and pull up. It was very much given. I went to the Kim Kardashian School of Acting. I'm like some in the
It,
milk ain't clean.
this is interesting because it's something that's very familiar.
We're supposed to have a search party for the child that afternoon, but we're called to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department and haven't responded to our calls since. The Sheriff's Department said when Rebecca was asked about inconsistencies in her story, she declined to keep speaking. Deputies came by the house on Monday, but no one answered the door. It's not clear if they're home. Friday, the Haros told us their Tacoma pickup truck was taken by deputies and searched for evidence. Neighbors in Cabazon tell us the Haro home was searched as well. And investigators tell us the Riverside County Department of Public Social Services removed a 2-year-old from the family's home after the incident.
All right, so that's not the original.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
I fell
yeah.
on the floor, and I said, "Oh my
girl,
God, I couldn't find my son."
A
girl,
7-month-old baby boy was reportedly kidnapped right out of this Big Five parking lot. This is 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, one of 5 children in this family from Cabazon, reportedly kidnapped last night in Yucaipa. Now, his mom told me that they were here last night at a nearby football stadium in Yucaipa with the other kids playing youth football, and she had to run down here to Big Five to buy some equipment for her stepson, specifically a mouth guard. When she got here to the parking lot, she says that's when she noticed her 7-month-old's diaper needed to be changed. So she says she got out of her truck, went around to the back, and laid him down on the seat to change his diaper when she was attacked from behind.
I got him out of the car seat, and I laid him down so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hold on, that's all I remember." And I saw white. And the hearing sound, I fell on the floor, and I said,
Pause.
"Oh, God,
girl,
Pause.
girl,
Okay.
girl,
So so
girl,
so red flags off the break. Okay.
girl, girl.
The seemingly forced emotions, zero tears, but sound like you crying. And I'm gonna have you unpause it because I want to see if they're gonna show the father also. But the father does like the same thing. Please, if anybody just bring our baby back, right? So, okay. It gives Gone Girl. It gives You're Lying.
Casey Anthony.
Right. It gives You're Lying. Hands down. The second red flag for me was they kept talking about the baby in past tense.
Oh,
He was a happy baby. He was walking, like as if he's not around anymore. Okay. And as a person who falls down crime rabbit holes very, very often, I do understand now what they mean by like when a person says certain things, the way that they describe certain things is very key to the truth, right? So, um, she said that when she came to, she had a black eye. If you can rewind just a little bit to her face, you will notice that that is not a fresh black eye. Do you ever
no,
seen somebody get their shit knocked out before you understand that a black eye goes through stages? That is a partially healed black eye. Okay. Um, she also claimed that the area lacked cameras. So wherever she was supposedly parked at, the parking lot of that business allegedly didn't have cameras. What she didn't consider was the businesses around them, across the street, a little ways up from the street, had cameras. So there was no Amber Alert issued, which, considering that it was a 7-month-old baby, and you're saying that this person that you were attacked by somebody, there's some type of violence that ensued in the kidnapping of this child, I would at least think that an Amber Alert would have been put out for the baby. It was not. But they did initially schedule a search party. And then the day of the search party, they called it off and had called the parents to come back in for questioning. So the alleged timeline, just to like break it down a little bit, the family went to a football practice for the oldest child. Rebecca left with the baby to go to get a mouth guard for the oldest child, and when arriving to the store, noticed that the baby needed to be changed. She got out the car, went to the back, went to go change the baby. Someone tapped on her shoulder, said "Hola." She turned around, she was punched, and she was knocked out. When she came to, she had a black eye. The baby was gone. She ran into the store and she asked if anyone had seen the baby, and they said no. Okay. That was the story that she gave. Okay. So let's put some other red flags that the news is not really talking about, but we won't go ahead and discuss it anyway. On August 3rd, she and the husband was allegedly seen at some liquor store. And she's on camera allegedly purchasing something at the counter, and she has a fresh black eye. So the black eye was there before the incident, allegedly. Second, in June of 2023, the father was prosecuted. You want to know what he was prosecuted for? Take a guess.
Child abuse.
Willful harm to a child. In October 2018, Jake Haro was responsible for the injuries, broken ribs, and other injuries of his 10-month-old baby with his ex-wife. In 2023 is when he was prosecuted. He is also scheduled to go to court, I believe, next month because apparently he violated his probation from this situation, the old situation with the baby. Um, in addition to authorities having ruled out foul play. So they're now saying that like they raided the house to see if they can find any evidence. You have the family that is like, no, somebody, advocating for them that somebody took the baby. Um, there was camera footage that was obtained from surrounding stores. Um, like I said, the mom was seen on August 3rd at a liquor store. She already had a black eye. The reward that was put out for finding the baby, like they pulled that. That's it. They don't even. There's no missing like child reward for this baby anymore. Um, and the parents stopped cooperating with authorities. Something that she said that I refer to as quotes stood out to me was I saw white and I fell to the floor. Now, if you get attacked in a parking lot, right? Do you refer to the parking lot as a floor?
No. We say to the ground.
Right. So this is what I think, just based off of prior history, that phony ass video, and just the contact clues of what was said and so on. I believe that is a possibility that that man did something to that baby. And while I do not give her any justification of it being okay, I also believe that he may have possibly been the one that gave her that black eye. She definitely got hit. She definitely fell to a floor and she saw white. Somebody gave her a black eye, but it wasn't in that parking lot. Hopefully, they find this baby. I I'm not even going to say what I think. Um, but I just hope that they do find that child and whoever is responsible, anybody and all persons that is responsible are held accountable for whatever the fuck they did. The people at the park said they did not see that baby. The people at the store said they saw her, but they did not see that baby. That baby was not there with them that day. I don't believe that it was. That he was. I don't believe that he was with them. And I'm hoping that it gets found out soon. I wonder what does it take for you to be able to arrest somebody on like suspect. Can you hold somebody for suspicions? Like can you do that? If you have enough evidence, you know what I'm saying, that points you as a possible suspect. Can can you be held while the case is being built?
I think it's called jail. Um,
That's right.
so when
Because
I
I guess the question is I'm sorry to cut you off. But
no,
like my question is that the moment that when y'all raided the house, when y'all took the 2-year old, right? Clearly y'all have some suspicion that there's something wrong in that household enough for y'all to be able to take at least one other child. Even though they didn't take all of them, you took one child, right? Considering the history and so on, like, are you able to hold them until the investigation was done? Because now the problem is that they can't be found.
oh
They're gone. Yeah,
oh
they they are allegedly like they're allegedly not home anymore.
on the run, which only makes it worse for y'all. The suspicion. I mean, you and I have been outside long enough that this sort of thing we've seen copied and pasted for almost at least 30 years. You know,
Hmm.
Susan Smith, Casey Anthony, um, a plethora of other folks. It just gives like
It's one of those things
parents
where we've
anymore.
seen it enough times in my lifetime or in our lifetime that when you can recognize it.
Well, not only that, but it's like it's very clear that y'all don't want to be parents anymore. And it's unfortunate because, you know, in addition to these kind of outcomes, you have the other outcomes that I've talked about. Like one as recent as the last 4 or 5 months, where it's like it's a single mother that has a couple of kids and they want to get back with their father, but their father's not trying to hear it. So instead of doing the going about it the right way, the legal way, which is giving them up for adoption, you want to drive to Niagara Falls and jump into Niagara Falls with both the kids.
Yeah.
Or, you know, that is a story that explores a separate option, you know, in addition to the Susan Smiths and the Casey Anthonys of the world. It's like if
Because
you
there's
do not want to be a parent, it's giving that like you don't want to be a parent,
hmm
don't want to take on the responsibility in a you know of being a parent, but also a parent to a child with special needs. In addition to you're being physically abused,
hmm
and in addition to you being a party to this man, you're also a party to additional charges, lying to the police, uh, some some degree of murder, if not
hmm
capital, if not first, maybe second, maybe manslaughter, negligence, child abuse charges. And it's so wild because, you know, that this kind of thing, A, is not uncommon, but also it's like when the truth is revealed that this is all some bullshit, something that's not, something that's pretty common, the outcome is like, the husband may off the wife and the last surviving child, or
Hmm.
they may do something, or he may do something, or she may decide to do something that all of them are off to avoid jail time.
Right.
Um, and it's like it's so unfortunate because it's like, again, give give the last surviving child a chance at least, instead of going about it this way. Like, we're not stupid. We're not stupid. Like, I called this shit probably the day I saw this clip. I'm like, okay, the
I
attitude
think
is terrible.
everybody, when we like, there wasn't a soul that I thought like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for that woman. Everybody was like, "Bitch, you lying. Where's that baby?"
That baby is gone.
And that, me searching, because it was like I wanted to know more. That's how the whole metaverse thing came up.
They
Because
they off that baby before they left the house, before they
listen,
came out in public.
I don't even think that it happened the the day to die. Like, I just listen. Oh, I just hope, I'm a hope for the best, but we've seen it too many times. We've seen the outcome of situations like this too many times. And I'm still trying to understand, how does a person who has a history of abusing babies get sentenced to a short amount of time, because you're saying that he was prosecuted in 2023. It's 2025, which means that he did his time and he got out and was able to have more kids. And now there's a kid missing. And like, her family has history of violence also. Her brother was allegedly convicted for killing his girlfriend and like staging it as something else. He allegedly shot her in the middle of her forehead in the bathroom.
Look,
So it's like there is like a history of violence surrounded in both of them. And a mother who is an enabler.
I think this is where I exit because I'm starting to get a headache.
Okay.
Fendi, like the bag. This is the after.